Hello, good afternoon.
Right, I still can't hear you. Right, so have I got some setting that's wrong?
I picked you up.
Right, hold on, let me just see.
Right, okay, we're live anyway, so I will talk and you can carry on and do. Okay, good afternoon, guys. Don't forget if you've got any messages, put them in your right hand column, and hopefully we will get to them eventually. And good afternoon, and yes, well, who's looking forward to the football then? I am. You know, don't tell Jan, but poor old Scotland are not there, in they? Yeah, but there you go. Um, no, I can't. I can't hear you now. Your sound. You're all right just now. I could hear you just now. Love me too. So Jan's just gone out. Jan has just gone off. How much exercise should older adults do? That's what we're going to talk about today, folks. How much exercise should adults do? That's what we're talking about today. So if you're listening, good, good. And if you're not, why? Why you're not listening? Um, we love you to listen. We're just waiting for Jan to come in. Hello. Mm. Hello. We are okay. Good afternoon, folks. We're just waiting for Jan. We've got problems at the moment. Issues. We all got issues. But in the meantime, how much exercise should an older person do? Well, let's go and listen to a video while we're waiting for Jan.
Try and do this for about 30 seconds and repeat 3 times a day. Next exercise is high knees. So in a standing position, having a DDT. So the first exercise is a heel raise, which you can do in sitting or in standing. So in sitting, you're just going to lift up onto the balls of your feet and then slowly go back down. As you lift up onto the balls of your feet, you want to feel that the calf muscles are engaging. Try and do this for about 30 seconds and repeat 3 times a day. Next exercise is high knees. So in a standing position, just start to lift one leg up, place it back down, stay on the same side, moving the opposite arm forward as well to help you balance. To make this one harder and to work your calf muscles a bit more on this, you can raise onto your toe as you lift your knee up. Challenges your balance quite a lot with this one. See if you can do 3 lots of 10 of this exercise as controlled as you can. So the next exercise is a leg extension. So this is done in a sitting position still, and you just need a bit of space in front of you for this. So you just start to point your toes and lift up, and then flex on the way down. This also gets your calf muscles working if you move your ankle. So to make this one harder, you can do both legs at the same time. This is also working your quad muscles at the front of your legs as well. And if you're sitting up without using the back of your chair, you're also working your core. Again, to make this slightly harder, just raising your knees a bit as you do this as well will increase the amount of work through your core and through your legs. Try and do 3 sets of 10. The next exercise is the sitting.
I can. Oh, yeah. Up, up. Hello?
And can you hear me? No?
I can hear you, yeah.
Oh, you can now hear me.
Can you hear me?
Oh, yes, I can hear you.
Good, good. Hey.
Hey, okay, all right.
Okay, good.
Well, what a performance. Right. Well, I don't know what was going on, but I restarted my phone and things seem to have gotten back to normal. Right. Okay, great.
Okay, do not worry about it. So, I don't know if you've seen the title, but it's how much exercise should older adults do? Okay, I was showing people a video,
Yeah.
about little bit of exercise and everything, what they can do, especially seated exercise. Now,
Yeah.
do you think seated exercise is good, even though that we can't do a lot of moving around?
It's amazing how much benefit you get out of seated exercise. Believe me, because you're moving, you're still burning up calories, and obviously you're moving your muscles, your bones, you've got your mobility and all the rest of it. So it's great. Yes, you can get a lot out of seated exercise. Yeah.
How much exercise do somebody older inclined, say, need a day?
Well, I mean, the government guidelines do say half an hour a day over 5 days. Yeah. And I would say, and it doesn't matter how old you are, whether you're 18 or 80 or 108, I would still go for the half hour per day. But remember, that doesn't have to be one full half hour all at once. You can break it into 10-minute chunks. even 5-minute chunks would work. And it's really just a case of just keep moving. I mean, for instance, I'm sitting here now. I'm not really doing very much, but that doesn't mean I can't do things like that, just to keep myself moving. And that makes a tremendous amount of difference on your upper back, just keeping yourself mobile. So that's the secret, Steve. Just 10 minutes here and there does it great.
Good. And if because when we're getting older, and unfortunately, we can't stay young. We're all 21, but unfortunately, as we get older, our bones begin to, kind of like go down. Our strength in our arms and our complete body go down.
Yeah.
What advice can you give, for us to be more active and more motivation and everything?
Right. Well, the thing is, as you quite rightly said, Steve, obviously the older you get, your muscles do actually start deteriorating. I mean, it's the aging process. You really can't do much about it. Now, I'm saying you can't do much about it, but you can actually, because if you start to actually work to actually strengthen those muscles up, you'll actually lose the strength a lot slower, if you just do that. And I think one of the ways to motivate yourself is to think, why do I want to stay mobile? So what you want to do is, if you've got grandkids or whatever, that is a huge why. You want to be fit for them because, if they come over to your house and whatnot, and especially if they're young, they want to play with you and all the rest of it. And they might not understand why you're not able to play with them. So it's basically a case of, do what you can. And you want to really be as mobile as possible. But the motivator is often people in your own family that you want to be fit for them. That's the important thing.
Okay. And what exercise should an elderly person do?
Right. Okay. Well, obviously, the thing is that anybody over the age of sort of 50 and up, everybody's at a different stage. It's not like talking about teenagers because they should have a particular amount of energy and whatnot. But when we're talking about people over the age of 50, some people are incredibly fit and others find it difficult even just to get out of a chair. So really, it's a case of starting slow, doing what you can. Now, those videos that you were showing about the seated exercise, they were wonderful because the thing is, if your balance isn't all that good, and you feel your legs are a bit weak, then by all means, please be seated in a chair. It's a safe place to be. And, you can move your arms, you can move your legs, you can move from side to side. There's loads of things that you can be doing. But the thing is, it's really a case of getting to know your own body, what you're able to do. I mean, obviously, if you can go out for a 5-minute walk, do that. Because once you're out in the fresh air, you're going to feel brilliant anyway. And the thing is, if you can do 5 minutes, what to do is the next week, try 6 minutes and just gradually increase it and increase it. And then before you know it, you know what? You'll be walking for 20 minutes. And the thing is, the more you walk, the more you move, the fitter you're actually going to become. And that's the important thing. But one thing is, you've got to be consistent. Yeah, there's no point in doing a 5-minute walk and then 3 weeks later you do it again. You want to be looking at this every single day to do that.
Yeah. How does exercise affect the elderly then?
What's that, sorry?
How does exercise affect the elderly then?
How does it affect them?
Yeah.
Right. Well, the thing is, it affects elderly people just as it does young people. It helps to strengthen their heart. It helps to strengthen their lungs. It's going to help build up their muscle. It's going to make them, help them to be more flexible. Now, and also if you're doing exercises where you're actually standing, it's going to help you with your balance. So every exercise is going to be beneficial, no matter what your age. But I think that the older you get, that is why it's absolutely far more important for you as you get older to actually exercise, because if you don't move, you are literally going to seize up, and it's going to get harder and harder to move.
Yeah, I've got Dave here. He's 70 years old, and he said to me, what exercise, Steve, should a 70-year-old do?
Right. Well, again, it depends on what that 78-year-old is capable of doing. There are 78-year-olds who go out and run marathons and whatnot. Again, just as I had said before, you just listen to your body, get to know what your body is capable of doing. If you can walk 5 minutes, walk 5 minutes. If you're fitter than that and you can walk 10, 15 minutes, do that, and gradually increase it as the weeks go by.
Right, okay, brilliant. And what's it? Mary wants to know, hi, Steve, I'm 80 years old. I was the oldest person a couple of years ago who did the London Marathon. I still do plenty of exercise, but now I am coming up to 81. I feel a bit weak. How much exercise should an 81-year-old do?
Well, again, an 81-year-old, we're going to get fit 81-year-olds and we're going to get not so fit 81-year-olds. Again, as I keep saying, listen to your own body. I mean, there's nothing, I mean, if you can run a marathon, do it by all means. Now, the thing is that you have already done marathons when you were 80. So can you actually start?
Sorry, Jan, are you saying by all means do the marathon at 81?
Of course. Why not?
Could that, if you get older, couldn't that bring on like an heart attack or?
No. The thing is, what you're doing is, remember, if you're doing jogging or running or whatever, what you're doing is you're building up those heart muscles. You're getting your airways open in your lungs. So you're getting those benefits. Yeah. So that is, so rather than thinking it's going to kill you, it's actually going to keep you alive for longer. I mean, obviously, if you do have anything like, high blood pressure or any sort of heart troubles, please see your doctor first, and they'll be able to say, yes, that's great. You can go ahead and do what you're wanting to do. But there is no reason why an 80-year-old cannot do the same basically as a 20-year-old. I mean, obviously there are limits. I mean, I couldn't jump up onto a box that's 3 feet high, but because of obviously my legs aren't strong enough. But if I were really every week to really practice, I'm not a runner, but if I practiced over 9 or 10 weeks, I bet I could be fit enough to run a marathon, because what you've done is you've actually made yourself fitter. That's the important thing.
Okay. I want to kind of like come away from this for a bit. I want to look at somebody now who is not fit, who is very inactive. How can we encourage somebody like that? Now, I'll give you an example. My dad, at this moment in time, is in hospital, and he suffered a stroke, okay? So, I know, what the people will say by the stroke unit. They will say to him, he's got to take it easy and all that. But my dad is the sort of guy who, right, okay, I've had this, but I want to get up and start doing things. Now, for people like this, sometimes to kind of like, to get the motivation build up and get going, what would you say to somebody like that?
Well, it's really a case of you have to realize and appreciate the benefits that you're going to get from exercising. That's the thing. A lot of people think, oh, I'm too old to exercise, or I'm too sore to exercise. But often what'll happen is once you start that exercise, your the pain in your joints and whatnot will actually start to decrease, and you're actually going to feel fantastic once you're actually moving, because you've got all those fantastic feel good hormones and all the rest of it circulating through your body. But if you've had a stroke or any sort of medical condition, see your doctor first, yeah, and they'll be able to at least give you the yes, go ahead, I would give you my full backing to do a particular exercise, because I'm not sort of qualified to say yes, you can do this, because everybody's an individual, yeah. But I mean, if you've already been exercising in the past and it's gone well and you want to take it up again, well, just gradually start. As I was saying, if you were doing jogging before, just gradually start out with maybe 2 or 3 minutes just outside and gradually build that up. Don't do one of these gung-ho attitudes where you think, oh, right, I'm going to go and run for 20 minutes or something like that. Just build it up slowly.
Okay. Now I've got Glenys here, and this is unbelievable. Glenys kind of contacted me the other day, and she said, "Hi, Stephen. I am a 91-year-old lady, young in heart, but there's one thing I do every day, which I've been doing for the last 70 years, and that is I have been swimming in the sea. Every morning, every morning I get up and I swim in the sea, and I still do. When I come back,
Wonderful.
I feel great. I feel awake, feel freshened. I'll be able to move around the house more. But sometimes later in the afternoon, my bone seize up. What can I do?"
Well, it's a case of, okay, so what you've done is obviously you've done your swimming and whatnot. I don't know what you're doing in the afternoon, whether you're just sitting and resting, from your swim,
Probably, yeah.
or, I mean, I would tend to just keep as active as I could.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the thing. Your bones should be okay because obviously you've been moving them. But the thing is, moving your bones, your joints in water is quite a bit different than moving them on land. You're using a whole load of different muscles and whatnot. So what I would do is definitely continue that with that swimming. That is amazing.
It
But
is,
what I
isn't
would
it?
do is it's a great. Now, what I would do is maybe in the afternoons, go for a short walk or something like that, and that'll help you mobilize your bones a bit more. Yeah.
And that could be good for recovery as well, can it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, you'd be better just, slowly, moving around rather than just sitting doing nothing, because, it's like a joint that gets all rusty, in a car or whatever. It'll literally seize up. So you
Mm.
want to just, and as I say, even when you're just sitting, even if you're just going like this, and it gets all that synovial fluid, between your joints, really lubricating all those joints and keeping them flexible and moving. That's the important thing.
Mm. Now, Roger here saying, "Hi, Steve. Been following you for a while. I've got something to ask Jan. I'm a 70-year-old young man, just turned 70. I play golf nearly every day. Then after that, I go into the gym. Do
Whoa.
you think, do you think I'm doing too much
Is that every single day?
every single day?"
Right. Okay. Golf is great every single day, but going to the gym, I would, especially if you're doing strength exercises, I would do that every other day. And the reason why I say that is that your muscles need a day off where that's when your muscles actually get built up, when you're actually resting, believe it or not. It's not when you're doing your bicep curls. It's the next day when you're resting them and they're repairing themselves, getting ready for the next day when you're going to do more exercise. In the olden days, they thought that you should do strength exercises every single day, but they have now discovered that for a start, it's actually a waste of time, and that you're not going to, if you do it every day, it's not going to benefit you. The benefit is having the one day rest in between. So that is what, but by all means, do your golf every day. That's great. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Um, Louise. Hi, Steve. My grandma is 78. She goes swimming every day with her swimming club. It's some sort of fitness club. Yeah, fitness club. I go swimming with her now and again, but the trouble is she's very conscious of her body as a 70-year-old. I says to her, I said to her, do not worry about it. You're still young at heart. Even though, even though she's getting older, she's getting a lot of attention from men.
Uh-huh.
I can't read the rest of this. This is so funny. Getting a lot of attention of men. Her husband died 8 years ago, and she wants to start dating again. And she feels that this is the proper way to do it. Do you
Right.
agree? Oh,
Go for it. Go for whatever makes you feel good. That's the
yeah,
important thing. And, look, I don't know what you mean about feeling conscious about your body. I'm not sure whether you're meaning that you don't like the shape of your body or you feel it's a
yeah,
bit wrinkly. I don't know. But I'm sorry, that is you. And that is and you are looking after that body. That is the important thing. So I tell you, if you want to go and date a 28-year-old, do it. You know,
yeah, yes, yes. I'm free. My phone number is 0795 Yeah, I sound like another man. That's what my wife says, yes. No, but honestly, what Jan just said, at the end of the day, if you're feeling about feeling about the body, I want, because if you're doing swimming and you're doing exercise and everything, well, that is marvelous, and don't worry about what your body is, because many people, they don't want, they're not after your body particularly, they're after you yourself. So,
yeah, yeah.
just look after yourself. Yeah. Um,
But the
but
thing is, age should really be no barrier to, whether you want to go and start, dating or whatever, or if you want to start a new hobby, or if you want to even start a university degree. It doesn't matter your age. Just do it. There are a lot of things that I've done in my life because what I've done is I've said to myself, do you know what? I don't want to be lying on my deathbed saying, I wish I had done this, that, and the
yeah,
next thing. So what I've done is I've just gone and done it. And
yeah,
that means that, okay, you might not be very good at it, but at least you've tried it.
yeah.
And at least you won't be saying on your deathbed, oh, I wish I had at least tried it, because you've at least tried it. That's the important thing.
And I bet you feel better for that, Jan. Do you?
Of course, of course.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So if we kind of like do, if we kind of like if we come out of hospital and we get out by our physiotherapist, say, and um, and we want to kind of like get into more exercise after the so-called kind of like physio's been and they're gone and everything. What do you suggest? Do you just suggest that somebody get into the gym as soon as possible or gradually work?
I think if you're talking about obviously if you've had some sort of condition where you've been dealing with either doctors or physiotherapists or whatnot, these are actually the people you want to approach first. You want to say to your physiotherapist, right, okay, I would like now to actually start going to the gym because I feel that I want to get fitter. What sort of exercises would you recommend? That's what I would do. I wouldn't just go off to the gym and just do your own thing. You need some guidance here. And if you've seen a physiotherapist, he or she is definitely the person who will know what you're able to do, with your limbs and the rest of your body, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Um, what we got here? Oh, Norman. Hi, Steve. My name's called Norman. I am 76. Well done. I am 76. I've seen a lot in my life. I I play. I get up in the morning, go to the gym, come back, play chess, go out, play tennis. I hope this is not every day you get an heart attack. Play tennis, and in the evening, I go out with my young lady, which is she is 45. Well, at the
Ooh.
end of the day, what can I say about that? As Jan said, age doesn't matter these days. Go out,
No, no.
go out and enjoy yourself.
I mean, the thing is, in the old days, people would have frowned on that. They would say, "Oh, no, he's old enough to be her dad or whatever." But these days are gone. Basically, you do what you want to do within reason,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
do things that make you happy. Yeah, that is what life is all about. And the thing is, as you get older, you have got less responsibilities of having to look after other people. And so you can spend 100% of your time looking after you and enjoying what you want to do. That's crucial.
That's it. Jan, thank you very much for all your help. And
You're more than welcome.
I love it having you on every week. I'm sorry, guys, about in the beginning, but it's what you call technology.
Well, that's the way it is. But we made up for it in the end, Steve, didn't we? Yes.
Oh, of course we did, Jan. We always do. See, I thought if we weren't going to get our kind of like, if the technology wasn't working, I thought the only one way of doing it is kind of like sending sign language.
Right.
And I don't know much.
that would have been interesting. Yes, yes.
Jan, thank you very much, and I'm gonna go now, guys, and watch the England game. And
Oh, of course,
good.
yes.
Yes, yes. Share about Scotland.
Well, I mean, Scotland are out, so that means that we have to support England now. And, the thing is, a lot of the Scottish people say, oh, I don't like the English. But I tell you, they're obviously far better footballers than the Scots. So don't put them down. Just go and watch it and hope that they win.
That's it. See you later, Jan. And
okay. Bye for now, everybody. Bye.
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 There you go, guys. I'm going to be back around about 8 o'clock tonight. Until then, adios, amigo. Bye bye.